Hello and welcome back. Good to see all of you. Welcome back to my stream. I got my Flareon keeping me company this evening. I know last week people were asking where my Pikachu was. My daughters have my Pikachu, so tonight we have Flareon hanging out with us. So, welcome to GNN Gaming. I am your host this evening, Retro, and we are continuing playing through Pokemon. So we've done one game from each generation so far. We're now on Pokemon Diamond. And since I'm doing Pokemon Diamond now, that means I will be doing Pokemon Shining Pearl in the fall, in November, when that game comes out. So I'm going to be doing a day one stream of that release, which is very exciting. I'm super excited about it. But tonight we're continuing to play Pokemon Diamond. So let's get right to it. Let's see here. All right. And also, real quick, if you aren't familiar with GNN Gaming, GNN stands for Geek News Now. So head on over to geeknewsnow.net. Check out all the amazing articles and content happening right over there. Also go to our Facebook, our Twitch, our Twitter, our YouTube, Geek News Now. And now we have a what's it called? Why did I just lose it? We have a brand new account. This is going to end up on there. Why did I lose it? I'm going to remember it. Anyway, Geek News Now. Type it into Google. You will find all of us all over the place. If you go on Facebook, go over to Geek News Now. You will see awesome content, giveaways, contests, articles, interviews, all kinds of stuff that's happening all the time. So be sure to go check us out. It's going to come back to me at like 3 in the morning. I know it. Oh, that's nice. It gives me a little diary of what I did last time. Oh, I beat the gym leader. That's right. All right. Let's see something real quick. Trying to make sure, because I'm not sure you guys can hear the, I know you can hear me on my mic. I'm not sure you guys can hear the game audio. Let's see, make sure my settings are good here. Let's see. Hmm. I don't know if I know anyone that can learn the Rock Smash. Oh, Bidoof. Yay! Hey, Wolf Angel. Welcome to the chat. Somehow my settings got a little mixed up. And I don't know why. Can you hear the audio? Can you hear the game audio, Wolf Angel? Okay. I turned the game audio up just a little bit, but I didn't want it to be louder than me either. Hey, Dark Angel. Welcome to the chat. How are the little ones? Driving you crazy today. That means they're doing all right. I know all too well how that feels. Hey, all right. That's exciting. Tell him to come on the stream and say hello in the chat. Hey, Dark Angel, is Jay there with you? That's right, fresh meat. She's in timeout right now. I actually just 3D printed a brand new one too. Not painted. I know it doesn't really, because of the light on my webcam, it doesn't really show up super clear. There we go, it's a little better. I've been on a 3D printing mania lately. I think my printer, I've had my printer turned off for all of maybe a day in the last 4 weeks. I think there's one day I didn't print. I wasn't printing something. I've got a Charmander printing right now, actually. New model. Very excited about it. Can't wait to see how it turns out. It's going to be about the size of my Cubone. Actually, I'll show you the painted one if I haven't seen it. It's going to be about the size of my painted Cubone there. Hey, Wolf Angel, tell them, since they're going through the process of possibly joining our GNN Gaming stream team, tell them to come into the chat. I'll give them an interview right here. No pressure, just do it right live on camera. Oh, Psyduck. Psyduck. So I gotta ask Dark Angel, what did Jay do to be put in timeout? So I know what it takes for my kids to be put in timeout. I'm just curious what little Jay did to be in timeout. I like that there's a side up this early in the game. Yeah, the only downside, and just, I know I'm bouncing all over the place right now. The only downside to this emulator is that you guys can't see the second screen, because this is a Nintendo DS game, which means that you can't see my menuing. But that's okay. You see the most important part of the game, the actual action of stuff. Climbed on top of the kitchen counter and then climbed on top of the fridge to get the cookie jar. That's fantastic. I mean, no, that's terrible. No. Bad. That's dangerous more than anything, in my eyes. But I get it. See, I don't tell my kids where I hide the cookies. I have no visible cookie jar. Out of sight, out of their minds. Suddenly, then Daddy just has cookies. That's all I know. I'm gonna try to get this Geodude. Oh, of course he does. If I get him down to the yellow, I should be able to still get him with just a regular Pokeball. Ate almost half the cookie in there before she was good. Hey, Lazy Snow Leopard, thank you for joining the channel. Before she was scared, that's adorable and hilarious, and I understand. I will not encourage such behavior. Lazy Snow Leopard, welcome to the channel! I'm Retro. Hi. So you want to be one of us, huh? You want to join this team, be a part of this mafia? That's the way we're gonna roll with this, huh? You think you got what it takes? So, Lazy Snow Leopard. I shall just call you Lazy to be, keep it easy. Yes, I do, and sorry about that. I have Futurama in the back. Being the show it is. Shut up and take my money. I love Futurama. You're already in good graces with me. What kind of games do you play, Lazy? What are you thinking? Let's get to know you. And Dark Angel, who's in the chat here, is one of our most faithful followers. Souls-like games. So you like punishment and self-abuse. Got it. I assume you're talking about like Darksiders, Dark Souls, Bloodborne. Challenge run of no items. Alright, so Lazy is the glutton for punishment of our channel. Nah, that's awesome. Hey, GVeast, welcome on board. That's crazy, Lazy. That's, go for it. It's good content. I do, right now, on my whole shtick is retro games. Hence why I go by Retro. It's my whole shtick. So I do, right now, on Tuesday nights, I'm doing the Lord of the Rings games in canonical order. So I've done The Hobbit. Next Tuesday, I'll end up finishing Fellowship of the Ring on the PS2. And then I'll be going to the Two Towers, Return of the King, and then I'll do the Third Age. I'm not going to do... I'm not going to do the Mordor games, War of the Ring, and all of those. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do the main... So we did The Hobbit. We're going to do Fellowship, Two Towers, Return to the King, and then Third Age. And that's where I'm going to stop with the Lord of the Rings games. And then I don't know what else I'll do on Tuesdays. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking about doing Lost Odyssey on the Xbox as my follow-up on Tuesday game, because it's made by the same people who made Final Fantasy, so it's quite an in-depth game if you've never played it. And then on Thursdays, I do Pokemon games. I've done one Pokemon game from each generation. So I'm doing Diamond now. And then I will be doing Shining Pearl when it comes out in November. Since I'm doing Diamond, I'll be doing Shining Pearl, which is the new Nintendo Switch re-release upgrade coming out. Lost Odyssey is awesome. I mean, you literally start out on a battlefield in war. It's a great way to start a game, I think. But you can definitely tell the Final Fantasy influence that's in it. I mean, it's got Nobuo Uematsu, who did the music, who did almost all of the Final Fantasy scores, if not all of them. It's got a lot of the same writing team as Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X. So it's got some of the best Final Fantasy writing team, the graphic style. Well, GV, that kind of goes for every anime game, but yes, you do have a gigantic sword. Yep. But it's like I said, it's got the same writing team that Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X had. And then so I'm doing Pokemon on Thursdays until Kingdom Come, basically. I have no idea where I'm going. I will be doing Pokemon Legends Arceus when that comes out in February as well. And then who knows where I'll go from there. And then Friday, right now I'm doing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. I have it modded because I'm doing the PC version. So it's got a lot of the restored content in it that was cut from the original release. And then after that, I'm thinking about on Friday doing a Just Chatting stream where we can come on and have fun philosophical debates. I can perform Broadway show tunes and maybe read some Shakespeare and Poe in a very dramatic tone. You pre-ordered the pack for Diamond Pearl. Dude, it's gonna be awesome. I say dude, I don't know your gender. A dude to me is genderless, so I hope that doesn't offend anybody. If I say dude, it's just a gender. It's just my phrase. No, it's gonna be awesome. I'm very excited for it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Noted. And Wolf Angels redeemed Sing Mode. Alright. What am I doing, Wolfie? Read Ray Bradbury's There Will Come Soft Rains. I haven't read that in a very long time, but that would be good. I could also do The Raven. I could do Pit the Pendulum. I could do Shakespearean Sonnets. I could do St. Crispin's Day Speech from Henry V. My pick. Oh, goodness. My pick. Hey! Mumble's evolving! Yay! Let's see. I mean, do we want something I've done before? Do we want something new? Do we want show tune? What do we want to do? Because you'll have to give me a second to get lyrics either way, because I am brain fried after today. It's been a long, long day. No, we want to learn Metal Claw. Learn Metal Claw. Yes. That short story. Go for it. We know what you meant. Team Galactic. All right, what should I sing? Pick a movie or a musical or something. You guys know me well enough to know what I've seen. And while you decide, we'll take a moment and say, we do have a new sponsor over at Geek News Now. Root Energy. These are some friends of ours that we've partnered up with, Root Energy Drinks. They are very strong. I will tell you this. It's very heavy on the ginger. But as far as energy drinks go, this pulls energy, and this isn't just a promo. I drink this. I mean, I'm sitting here drinking this. I bought a case of it. It pulls its energy from a lot of vegetables, actual vegetable root. There's carrot root in here. There's all kinds of stuff in here that helps with vision, so that it was designed for gamers by gamers. So when you're looking at your screen, your eyes get tired. I mean, I wear blue light glasses as it is, just to take the edge off of looking at a screen all day. But this stuff does a wonderful job of, you know, helping kind of boost, you know, give you the vitamins and things that help with your vision and help with eye fatigue, help with focus. There is only 60 milligrams of added caffeine to this. That's less than a bottle of Mountain Dew. That's less than a bottle of Coke. It's about a cup of coffee, give or take. So yeah, but it's very heavy. If you don't like ginger, you don't like ginger ale, I'm gonna tell you, it can be a little bit of a dry drink that takes some getting used to. But Root, and if you want to pick some up, you can go over to root-users.com. That's root-users.com, and use promo code GNN20 to get 20% off an order of a case of these and have them shipped right to your house. I had them shipped from California to here where they're made. I live in Florida, so cross country, and I had it here in about 5 days. So, not too bad. Root Energy. Somebody make me sing something. I'm losing. I'll just pick something at random, but if somebody's got something they want me to sing, or from something. The producers. Oh man. All right. Springtime for Hitler and Germany. No, we're not gonna go the anti-Semitic route. Let me see here. All right. Thank you for being on, Lazy. Thank you. Let's see. The producers. Okay. I gotta take that off or else I just hear the Pokemon music in my head. Let's see here. I spend my life accounting with figures and such. To what is my life amounting? It figures not much. I have a secret desire hiding deep in my soul. It sets my heart afire to see me in this role. I wanna be a producer with a hit show on Broadway. I wanna be a producer, lunch at Sardi's every day. I wanna be a producer, sport a top hat and a cane. I wanna be a producer and drive those chorus girls insane. I wanna be a producer and sleep until noon. I wanna be a producer. Hang on, I lost it. Let's see. Oh. I wanna be a producer and sleep until 2:30. I wanna be a producer and see you, not you. I wanna be a producer, wear a tux on opening night. I wanna be a producer and see my name Leo bloom in lights. And then it goes into this whole chorus and dance and everything else. So, and there's a whole rest of it too that hits this. Matthew Broderick hits this note that's just insane. I don't even know if I should try it. I wanna be the greatest, grandest, and most fabulous producer in the world. I just got to be a producer, drink champagne until I puke. I wanna be a producer, show the world just what I've got. I wanna put on shows that would enthrall 'em. Read my name in Which Else column. I wanna be a producer, 'cause it's everything I'm not. I wanna be a producer. I wanna be a producer. Wait a minute. Hold everything. Hold everything. Stop the world. I want to get on! I'm gonna be a producer! Look out Broadway, 'cause here I come! My neighbors are probably going, what just died next door? Go back to my Pokemon music now. I'm glad you think Mel Brooks would approve of that. So, fun fact, Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane were in the Broadway production of that before it was the movie that came out in, I think, 2001. But, so they were... The Producers was originally a movie that came out, actually had Gene Wilder in it, and it came out in 70s. And it wasn't the musical that people know today. It was a more of a traditional movie with comedy and very dry slapstick. And then it focused on the musical Springtime for Hitler that's featured in the film. Whereas later on, Mel Brooks adapted, in the early 90s, Mel Brooks adapted it to be an actual Broadway musical. And Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane were brought in to be, respectively, the characters. Zero Mostel, thank you. Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane were brought in to be on stage to be the characters of Leo Bloom and Max Bialystock. Yeah, so they were Leo Bloom and Max Bialystock in the movie, and then when they made the movie, because they had already performed it on Broadway, they were brought in to play the same characters in the film. I don't know if I have any antidotes. I do. And if you've never seen the newer movie, the musical movie, you really should, because you've got Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick as your leads. You have Will Ferrell. You have Uma Thurman, and a whole bunch of other character actors that are in it that you would recognize. It really was a very heavy star cast that was in it later, and it's honestly one of my favorite. I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan, but I loved his portrayal of Hans Delbruck in Hans Liebken in The Producers. Hey! Wow! Thanks, Wolf Angel. That's awesome. Hans Delbruck is young Frankenstein. Yeah, he's Hans Liebken in The Producers. See, I was debating between I Want to Be a Producer and Haben Sie gehört das Deutsche Band. So I wasn't sure which one I was gonna do. It's like, do I go do I sing in German? Do I Want to Be a Producer? Do I know songs from Top Secret? Oh yeah, it's been a while. I'd have to probably pull up the lyrics. I actually just watched that only a couple months ago. I watched that. I think was the last time I sat. Last time I watched that, I introduced Wolf Angel to it when I was in San Antonio. That was end of May was the last time I watched that. Do you have one in mind, GVs? Oh, it's a fantastic movie. It's one of my top 3 favorite Val Kilmer movies. Well, nobody can make me sing for another couple minutes because we have a timers. Otherwise, I get made to sing back to back to back to back to back. Skeet surfing's great. The parody he did of "Are You Lonesome Tonight" is, I think, pretty fantastic. That he did as the store jingle for Macy's. Of course, the ones that he did for. Hang on, I gotta read what she says. Please, trainer. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Skeet Surfing is a special song. The ones that he does during his concert are pretty great. Oh yeah, I have it on vinyl. Well, somewhere. At one point, I had it on vinyl. Yeah, Val Kilmer did sing all the songs in that. Very talented singing voice. When they made the Doors movie, he was Jim Morrison, and he sang all the songs in that too. But of course, they were kind of going off of, generally speaking, in that movie, they're kind of going off the Elvis rock and roll, like crooner meets rock and roll era of music, because it was the, what, 50s? So... 50s, 60s, I think is when that movie takes, that's what takes place. Yeah. Two truths and a lie. Wolf Angel redeems two truths and a lie. All right. Wow. Two truths and a lie. I gotta think for a second. Isn't he also, like, district attorney? The guy that you know? If I remember right, isn't his band name Sloppy Seconds? I think that's his band name. I could be thinking of someone else. Man, I'm really having a hard time with this one. court clerk. Huh. Which is hilarious to me. Oh, that's right, because he's punk rock, and you're talking surf rock. I didn't know you knew someone in a surf rock band. Let's see. I have met Larry Bird. I have met Peter Mayhew, who was Chewbacca. Larry Bird was with the Indianapolis Pacers, basketball legend. And I have met Billy D. No. I've met Larry Bird. I've met Peter Mayhew. The real question is, which one of these am I pausing on, the lie or the truth? I have met... I'm going through a list of people I have met and trying to decide, do I tell them? Am I going to tell the truth? Am I going to tell a lie? You don't know. I've met Billy D. Williams, I've met Larry Bird, and I've met Michael Jordan. Bear in mind, I was a magician. Did a lot of shows in a lot of different places. Wolf Angel says Michael Jordan. That is correct. I have not met Michael Jordan. I have met Larry Bird. He is, as far as I can tell, a stand-up fellow. And I don't mean that just because he's 7'5". I'll tell that story. So I was hired to, Larry Bird played for the Indianapolis Pacers for a number of years. He was also a grad. He also played college for, he was an IU grad. IU college basketball, went on to play for the Pacers. And I got hired to do this event. Well, that was the thing. Was I pausing on the truth or was I pausing on the lie? Because I have met a lot of people. But yeah, that was a little bit of a giveaway. It's hard to do two truths and a lie on the spot. So anyway, I got hired to do this event. It was a fundraiser for Indianapolis Metropolitan Theater Society. And it was this lobster dinner. And it was like $150 a ticket to get in. And you got your lobster dinner, and we were hired as entertainment. So before dinner was actually served, everybody was kind of in this big room standing around. It was like cocktail hour. You know, there's waiters and stuff, white glove waiters walking around in suits with cocktails and drinks and stuff on trays. And I was going around doing close-up magic for different people at the table. And everybody was like, well, where's Larry Bird? When's he gonna get here? And I was like, you can't miss the guy. He's 7'5". You cannot miss Larry Bird. Like, you're gonna notice him. I pulled a lobster out of my hat. I wish. I actually don't like lobster, believe it or not. Anyway, so I am doing this whole thing, and then Larry Bird shows up, and I'm 6'2", and he is just towering over everybody. And he's the only guy there that tall, right? And his wife is with him, and she was a very classy lady. Dressed very nicely, very polite. They were super friendly to everybody. Anybody who wanted to go up and shake their hand was welcome to. And his wife came up to his elbow, which is just the height disparity was hilarious. And she was like 5'2", 5'3", you know, average height. He's just abnormally freakishly tall. So I didn't get a chance to meet him because I saw him. I didn't get a chance to meet him right away. Dinner was served. And I was going around to the different tables where people were eating, and I was doing close-up magic while people ate and socialized. And I got to his table, and I did some magic for him and everything, and I went up to him and I shook his hand and I just thanked him for supporting the arts, because that's what this whole thing was. He was the big celebrity that was going to be there, but he paid his ticket too, and so he was there, all of this fundraising for the arts. And I thanked him and I stuck my hand out and he shook my hand and his hand just engulfed my hand. And yeah, that's how I met Larry Bird. He was a pretty cool dude. Very, very polite. But at the same time, he was that level of polite where like he never knew if people were going to be like super fans or really cool. So he was polite and he would smile and he would nod and he'd say, "Hey, how are you?" But there was a little bit of a standoffish approach. He would kind of sit back with his shoulders squared, chest kind of out, big guy, like powerfully built guy. But you could tell that he always kind of kept his guard up just in case he got like somebody that was overly fanatic or whatever. But he was very, very nice. Very, very nice. And his wife was just, she was so polite and such a doll. I can't say enough. It's when you meet celebrities, you always hope they're going to be cool people. And there's been a few that I've met that are not cool people. And I'm not going to talk bad about anybody on my stream. I'm not going to be that way. But there's been people I've met who have been not cool people. But by and large, most people I've come across have been decent. As long as you're decent to them. If you come off like a fanboy, that could bite you. It almost bit me. It would have bitten me at the Central Florida Comic-Con if the celebrities I met there hadn't been so cool. Wolf Angel can tell you, I was geeking out over Karen Ashley and Paul Schreier from Power Rangers being there. And they were really cool. But I was having a hard time keeping the adrenaline down. Yeah, you don't want to go, hi! Yeah, you just don't want to do that. And talking with friends of mine, I have a few celebrity friends that I've stayed in contact with over the years. That one in particular I'm very, very close to. And he and I have talked too about this, and he said that what a lot of people forget is that celebrities are people too. And a lot of times celebrities forget that. But celebrities are people too, and if you just talk to them like they're human, generally it goes fine. They want people to ask them how their day is. They want people to say, how's your family? John Delancey, I've heard John Delancey can be a little arrogant, but you may have also caught him at a time kind of at the height of his fame. I've heard accounts where meeting him like now when he's older, he's a very different person. He could have also been in the character of Q from Star Trek, which is kind of what he's known for. But having been to enough conventions and having talked to enough celebrities over the years, I know that they also kind of have their guard up a bit at conventions so that they just, move along. It was a TrekCon. He may have just been that way to keep people from being. Maybe he was being the way. Maybe that really is his personality. Maybe he was just. Maybe he was staying in character because it was a TrekCon and he was there representing a Star Trek character. Who knows? Maybe he really is that way. I've kind of learned just to kind of give people at conventions a bit of slack when they're in the public eye, because there's an expectation that they have to have, particularly with their agents. There have been celebrities I wasn't able to meet with a press pass because because the agents literally were restricting who could even talk to them in spite of me having a press pass. So sometimes they have an expectation with their contract or whatever. Like if you catch I think per contract Patrick Stewart and William Shatner are not allowed to do Star Trek autographs per contract because it's literally worth too much money. Now, if you were to catch Patrick Stewart outside one of his Broadway plays and you had him autograph the, I've seen him where he'll stand outside his shows and he'll autograph the pamphlet that you get at the beginning of the show, the program. He'll autograph those. If you go to William Shatner's horse shows, because he used to, well, I don't think he does them anymore, but he used to do competition horse shows. He'd do autographs there related to his horse show stuff. But he wasn't allowed, and I don't think Leonard Nimoy was allowed to later on either. Once the show really took off and the movie started really coming out, it was never going to happen. They were just worth too much money. But then, like, and I'll brag on him because he's Canadian and I can do that. Great friend of mine, master magician Sean Farquhar. Somebody I'm very fortunate to call a good friend. Two-time world magic champion, two-time Penn and Teller Foolus, master magician. I met him. I'll tell this story because it's fun. I met Sean at a magic convention, the Carolina Close-Up Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I met him 8 years ago now. It was the first time we met. He was there as a guest speaker, which the way most conventions work is they usually will get one really big name and then a bunch of smaller names that you may know. Like with the magic community, there's a lot of good names in magic, but then you have like the superstar names that people know. But if you're in the industry, there's a lot of good magicians that are famous to us magicians. Sean was famous on an international level. He was there lecturing. And I was like, okay, there's no way I'm going to get a chance to talk to this guy. And the way magic conventions work, they're different than comic book conventions, because magic conventions are actually lectures. It's 8 hours a day for 3 or 4 days, depending on where you are, sometimes longer, sometimes less, of magicians lecturing on how to do their material and their theories on performance, their experiences telling stories. And then we have breakout sessions where we get to practice stuff. And then after all of that, afterwards, we'll go and we'll hang out in the lobby. And we'll practice our magic with each other, with the person who was lecturing, with the people in the bar. Well, anyway, there was this all-you-can-eat buffet Chinese restaurant that was in the same parking lot as the hotel we were staying in. So everybody went over there for dinner the first night. And I sit down and I've got my back to the majority of the restaurant and where the food bar is. And I've got my food and sit down. And it's this long row of tables they had set up for us. Sean comes around and sits directly opposite me. And my heart stopped. Because this is a guy I've looked up to for most of my career. And he was the nicest guy. So personable, so real, true Canadian. I mean, the nicest guy. I even asked him. He has a routine called Shape of My Heart, and if you've never seen it, never experienced it, it is one of a kind. It truly is one of a kind. I was checking on my 3D printer. Sorry. And he does this card change move in the trick, and I asked him, I said, you don't have to tell me because I know magician secrets and everything, but how did you do that move? He stops eating, reaches into his pocket, pulls out a deck of cards, and proceeds to spend the next 10 minutes teaching me how to do the move. And then we just go right back to eating and chatting, and he was the just nicest guy, and then we just became friends, and we've kept in touch over the years. At one point he called me at, well, he's in Canada, so he's 3 hours behind me. I get this message from him at 3 a.m. my time. Hey, are you up? Kind of. What you got? He's like, I remembered there was something I was going to tell you one year at a convention, and I forgot to tell you, and it's middle of the night, and I just remembered. Okay. So I get on a video chat, and we're discussing magic ideas. For me, 3 in the morning. And it was just one of those cool friendships that you develop and keep. And I've been fortunate to call him a friend for many years now. And, for anybody who's a fan of Magic, if you ever look up Sean Farquhar, just know he's the real deal, and he's a good guy. Let's see, all of that. GV says, I was at one TrekCon waiting for George Takei, standing by a side door when you heard a familiar voice. I turned and he was standing right next to you, casually chatting with the fans. That's awesome. Oh my. That's awesome. I would like to meet George Takei. He seems like a pretty cool dude. I mark a good celebrity by the way they treat their fans. I don't care how good of an actor you are. You can be a great actor, you can be a terrible actor. But if you're famous and you treat your fans with respect, and you remember that basically you're famous because of the fans, then, yeah. You're good in my book. You're good in my book. Penn and Teller are like that. Met Penn and Teller 7 years ago. I went to go see them at the Horseshoe Casino in Hammond, Indiana, up at the northern edge, almost in Chicago at that point. Very edge of Indiana-Illinois line. And my producer at the time had been best friends with Teller for over 30 years. So he told us about the show, a bunch of us went, and we're dressed to the nines. We go, the theater they were performing in was attached to the casino, so you had to go through the casino to get there. So we get to the casino. I'd never been in a casino before. At this point, I am about 24, 25. 24. And I'd never been in a casino before. I always assumed they were like you see in James Bond movies, like Casino Royale, right? Everybody dressed all fancy, expensive drinks being taken around, things like that. That is a fat cat. Anyway, and I was very surprised to walk in and discover that I was the best dressed person in there. I am in a very nice black suit, black shirt, silver tie. My partner, my assistant at the time, she's in this long black dress, slinky dress, and we walked through and we looked good. And we were the best looking people in that casino. And I was surprised to see all of the muumuus and sweatpants and sandals that I saw, the Crocs. Oh, the Crocs everywhere. So we have a little bit of time before we're supposed to go see I'm in a trainer battle. I can't catch it. So we had a little bit of time before we were supposed to go to the theater side of things. So I'm just hanging out in the casino side. I go up to the bar, I get a soda, because I don't really drink. So I got a soda, and I'm just kind of observing the room. And there's this guy. A couple things that I noticed about the casino. Number one, there are no windows anywhere. There's no clocks. There is no way to discern time inside of there. You don't even have great cell phone signal. So you have no way to determine how much time has actually passed in the real world because you cannot see outside from inside the casino, and there's no clocks, right? That's important to know. I'm sitting there and I'm kind of taking a view of the room, and there's this guy over at the penny slots, and he had all of his money on like a prepaid card that was on this elastic thing attached to his hip, and he's sitting down, card is plugged into the machine, and he's just pulling the one-arm bandit, penny slots, just pulling it over and over, not stopping, never looking away. Girls are walking around serving drinks in thongs and bikini tops, basically, trays with drinks, walking around. Nobody's even paying attention to them. The drinks were free if you're gambling. Nobody's even paying attention. They would just kind of absentmindedly take a drink, go back, and then keep right to it. And this guy, he's just not missing a beat. I kind of noticed, and the reason that stood out to me was, number one, I was like, wow, like, it really is an addiction for people, right? I'd never witnessed it firsthand like that. So, we go get some dinner at the restaurant attached to the casino, and then we go to the theater. We see the Penn and Teller show. It's about an hour-and-a-half show. Afterwards, everybody's leaving. Penn and Teller are standing in the middle of the crowd, shaking hands and taking pictures and signing autographs with anybody that wants to just walk up and say hi. I mean, no security, no barrier between them and everyone else, out there just being real. And by the way, Teller does talk and is a very eloquent speaker. It's just his shtick that he doesn't talk in the show. But yeah, outside the show, he'll chat with you all day long. He's a very chatty person. So we're going to leave. We go back through the casino. We pass the restaurant. We go back to the casino. And I look over at where that guy was almost 3 hours before, pulling that penny slot. He's still there. Hasn't moved. Eyes fixed on the machine. Just pulling that penny slot machine. Pulling that arm. Hours have passed. Alright, man. And that was the first and only time I've been in a casino in my life. You would think as a magician I would have been in more. I have been banned from a few poker games. Got kicked out of a bar that was having a poker tournament once when I didn't even do anything. They just found out I was a magician. But it was I used to there was the dive bar that was down the street from where I grew up in Indianapolis, and I mean hole in the wall place. And I used to go there late at night, and I would work on new material. And I wasn't even in there. I wasn't in there drinking or anything, but I would go in there. It was always the same crowd. I'd go in there in the middle of the night, and I would try this new material on drunk people, because if I messed up the magic trick, it didn't matter. They were drunk, but I could work on new patter. I could play around, and they were generally very playful people. After a while, they kind of got to know me because it was like Cheers. It was the same people every time I went in there. And one night I went in there, and they were having a poker tournament. I didn't think anything of it. I said hi to the owner. I went on, but then the person who was organizing the tournament recognized me, saw me, and threw me out of the bar. I think it was one of the last times I ended up going there. But they didn't want me, even though I wasn't playing in the tournament, I wasn't doing anything, I hadn't done anything. My reputation as a sleight of hand artist preceded me, and I got thrown out of the bar. I didn't even know it was poker night. I would have actually entered the tournament under like a pseudonym wearing a mask or something. And yes, they're not the most artistic with naming their Pokemon. They're going to create a new universe. What is it with, like, Pokemon villains these days? Like, Team Rocket just wanted to protect the world from devastation and to unite all people within our nation. You know, to denounce the evils of truth and love. You know, Team Rocket, they were really just about being thieves and bad guys. But then you start getting into Team Magma, who's trying to expand the world's land masses, against Team Aqua, who's trying to raise the sea level. And now you have Team Galactic trying to create new universes. Like, can the megalomania be dialed down just a bit? Yeah, it kind of sucked to be thrown out, but I kind of laughed anyway. And the owner, I wasn't mad at the owner. He really wasn't his thing. The owner allowed me to be in there. Like, normally, I'd go in places and they would want me to like buy drinks or whatever while I was in there to perform, and so I would just leave because I'm like, I'm not in there to make money. I'm in there to try new material, so I wasn't going to spend a bunch of money on drinking just so I could be in the room to try out material on drunk people. Like, that never made financial sense to me, so I didn't do it. He would let me just hang out. He didn't care. It was a dive bar. He made his money on the regulars. He didn't need me in there to buy drinks or buy food or buy anything. Usually, I would get, if I went to a place and they did require me, I would order something from the kitchen, because usually bar food is amazing if you've never had it. There's this one place, they're not there anymore. I can't even remember their name, what they were called. But a bunch of us would go there on Tuesday nights, a bunch of magicians. And they had the best chili. Oh, it was so good. Good old pub style food. Pubs have amazing food, and hole-in-the-wall truck stops have amazing coffee. Life hack. No, you got to go to a place that actually has pub food. And I don't eat cold food from bars. Like, I won't get sandwiches or cold cuts or anything. I'll get, like, something hot, something that's been cooked and raised to a temperature. So, like, chili's a great thing. But, yeah, pubs have some of the best... I'll tell you, one of the best burgers I ever had was in Chicago. At the... my sister and I went to go see a show in the theater district of Chicago by the Reduced Shakespeare Company. And this goes back almost 15 years. We took a road trip up to... She and I took a road trip up to Chicago. And we ate at the Black Duck Bar and Grill. And it was awesome. Great food. Expensive. It was a pricey little place. But it was good. Yes, the Reduced Shakespeare Company. If you've never heard of the Reduced Shakespeare Company, they are exactly what they sound like. They take works of literature, namely they were known for doing Shakespeare, and they would condense the entire works of Shakespeare into a 90-minute show. That was what started it all. All of Shakespeare condensed into 90 minutes. They also did the Bible in 90 minutes. Let's see, what else they did? The greatest works of American literature in 90 minutes, so like Huck Finn, and just tons of material. Yeah, it's good stuff. Reduced Shakespeare. I don't even know if they're still around. They did Hollywood Reduced, where they just did a bunch of major movies at the time and condensed them all down into 90 minutes. Yeah, it's good stuff. History of America in 90 minutes. But yeah, 3 guys. There were only ever 3 of them on stage, and they would do the entire thing. It's pretty fantastic. I got to meet them a few times, different shows and stuff. And years ago, I was friends with them on Facebook. We kept in touch, but I haven't spoken to them in years. At the 2 original members, I think they just manage it now. They don't even perform. Austin Titchener and Reed Martin. The Othello rap, yes. Or the what a piece of work is man speech. I think one of my favorite speeches from Shakespeare, though, it's toss-up between the ending speech in A Midsummer Night's Dream by Puck, or the St. Crispin's Day speech. The St. Crispin's Day speech from Henry V. I think are my two favorite Shakespeare speeches. Yep, they are still on YouTube. Go on YouTube, look up the Reduced Shakespeare Company. You'll enjoy it. It's a good time. There's a movie. You want to see me and Wolf do another duet? Well, she's not here, so it's difficult to do. Wolf's a far more talented singer than I am. And the number of songs that I know as a duet that I think she knows, because we had this whole discussion when she was visiting, is very limited. That we know, that I know one part and she knows the other. So we're like, do you know this? No. Do you know this? No. Oh wait, hey, we both know that one. For the Just Chatting stream, I was thinking about getting a nice red smoking jacket, setting up a backdrop to look like a library, have it just there, maybe be reading Shakespeare when I come on camera. Class it up a bit. Drink water from a wine glass. Have my pipe, my Shakespeare pipe. Indubitably, dear Watson. Although we did joke about doing anything you can do, I can do better from Annie Get Your Gun. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. See, GVs, now I have songs from Top Secret going to my head. I can't believe it's true that I met a girl like you. Each night I'm all alone, my heart's an empty home. To see you standing there would be my only prayer. You set my heart on fire, it's burning with desire. Your touch, your lips, your soul, you make me lose control. Baby, please, baby, please, spend this night with me. I can't believe it's true, I met a girl like you. In heaven we would be if you would spend this night with me. Not a Donny Osmond fan. And they call it puppy love. I know it. I mean, I know the song. I don't think I've ever sung it. Yeah, I need some backup singers. I was also listening to Brent Spiner. Oh Yellow Eyes is Back. The albums he did. Well, the album he did. I haven't heard his other ones. I know he's got a couple. Let's see. Well, I guess Donny Osmond is isn't the original. According to this, it was done by Paul Anka originally. But yeah. Be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do, I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure that it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. And Patrick Stewart did guest vocal on that one. Be sure it's true when you say I love you, darling. Because you know it's a terrible sin to tell a lie. So many, oh so many hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do, I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure that it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Yeah, so in that one, you've got Brent Spiner doing the lead. You have Patrick Stewart doing the bridge. And you have Michael Dorn and LeVar Burton as the backup singers. Elvis. Oh, Elvis. All right. Do you have an Elvis song in mind? You know, I'm just going to take these off because actually right now, because I took a shower before I was on stream. And my hair's wet. It's been matting my wet hair to my head. So I'm going to take those off for a while. Only thing I'm missing is hearing the game audio, so it's fine. Yeah, Jonathan Frakes was, yeah. So so basically it was most of the bridge of the Starship Enterprise that was backup singers in that song. That song only. The rest of the album was just Brent Spiner. But I think it's amazing. But I mean, all of those guys were in Brent Spiner's wedding. Patrick Stewart was Brent Spiner's best man. Can't help falling in love. All right, hang on. I'm going to pull up the lyrics just so I get it right. Because, again, I am brain fried after today. See if I can... Hang on. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. So I can only catch one of these. Assuming I don't knock one of them out. Baneri. It's impossible to aim when there are two Pokemon. Really? That's what it's. You can't see it on your screen, but when I go to try to select a Pokeball right now, that's what it tells me, is that it's impossible to aim when there are two Pokemon. Yeah, that's... I don't buy that. Alright, let me see if I can take out just the Badoo. Or at least knock it down, see if Chansey, because I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna try. It's hard to get two here, because that chance is probably gonna knock out Baneri. But if it does, then I'll let you. I'll give you the choice of what you name. Yeah, I'll give you the choice of what you name the next one that I can catch. Because as long as I've got two of us here, it's not going to be easy to do that. I should have played that differently. No. Hang on. That's right, she heals me. Alright, let's see if I can get this one. I'll take out the wormhole first and see if I can catch the Bunnery. Sorry, hang on. Okay. Oh, I don't want to actually hit him with anything, so I'll knock him out. I can just use Pokeballs. Did I get him? Oh, wow. That actually caught him. I thought that was just going to be a waste of a turn so that I didn't do too much damage. All right, Bun Bun it is. You got it, Dark Angel. Yes, I'm going to name Bunnery. B-U-N. B U oh N. Bun Bun. Hi Jay. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. Down at the end of the lonely street, the Heartbreak Hotel that I said. You make me so lonely, baby. You make me so lonely. I get so lonely I could die. Wolf Angel on her stream did Sound of Silence, but she did Disturbed's version, which it's funny. I mean, it's a great version, and she slayed it. But yeah, it's that's the lower octave version of the two songs, and the slower version, which would usually be more in my range. But I've been joking that I would do Simon and Garfunkel's version, which is very different sound. So if you've only ever heard Disturbed's version of Sound of Silence, you are missing out, because you really need to hear them both. And Disturbed, what's funny is Simon and Garfunkel's version, I consider, and a lot of, it's because I heard somebody make this analogy, and I 100% agree with it. Simon and Garfunkel's version of that song was the warning, and Disturbed's version is the angry rage that the warning wasn't heeded, basically. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly speaking left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, beneath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs that the voices never shared, and no one dared within the sound of silence. Sorry, I got paying attention to trying to pay attention to what I'm doing and sing the song at the same time. But yeah, a very different song versus Disturbed's Hello Darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because the vision softly speaking left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. And it's so funny to me because most people aren't familiar. Like, a lot of people who are introduced to Disturbed's version of that song aren't familiar with David Draymond and Disturbed. And Disturbed was angry white boy music in the late 90s, you know. Down with the Sickness, and was one of the big 90s hits. And it's so funny because you go back to listen to Disturbed, old Disturbed, and then you hear them do Sound of Silence, and it's just night and day. Absolute night and day. But David Draymond, who's the lead singer of Disturbed, is actually a classically trained singer. So he just doesn't use his voice that way, typically, for the band. I'm losing my voice a little bit. This is why it sounds so rough. My job requires me to talk to people literally all day long. I'm gonna lose this fight. I don't have any revives. I keep checking my 3D printer. In case you missed it earlier, I have a Charmander that's printing right now. It's about the same size as my Cubone. I'm so happy with how this came out. Like, of all the ones that I've printed and painted, he's like the one I'm the most happy with how he came out. Because because I got the colors just spot on. So yeah, very happy about that. Random film fact. Random film fact. Let me think. Random film fact. We would not, and this isn't so much, I mean, this is a film industry fact. We would not have Star Wars if it wasn't for Star Trek, believe it or not. Gene Roddenberry and George Lucas actually knew each other and were friends. Believe it or not, the whole debate between which is better, Star Wars or Star Trek, is entirely from the fans. It has nothing to do with the actual men who created it. Star Trek, when it was created in the 60s, only ran for 3 seasons before it was canceled, ultimately canceled. George Lucas, in the late 70s, was inspired by what science fiction had become. And science fiction was a lot of dystopia up until that point. Things like War of the Worlds and 1984. A lot of things. The future, the idea of future was dystopic, and here came Star Trek, giving us a positive view of the future. And George Lucas was inspired by what science fiction had become post Star Trek, the original series. Well, the success of Star Wars led to the resurgence of Star Trek, because now science fiction was popular again and was coming back into mainstream after fading out for a time. And so now we have Star Trek movies, and then now in the early and then you have the major success of the Star Wars, first 3 Star Wars movies. Return of the Jedi being this massive multi-million-dollar deal. You have the Star Trek movies coming along behind it, and then in the early 90s, now we have the Star Trek The Next Generation, starting from 1989 forward. And then, so now you have the end of what was believed to be the end of Star Wars, and now you have Star Trek coming along and bringing us more science fiction, new stories, new material, new movies. And then you have Star Wars coming right around behind that, and so they've basically been keeping science fiction alive almost single-handedly between the two. And that's not to throw out movies like Alien and Predator and a lot of other big science fiction films. Lost in Space was a big sci-fi TV show, had a follow-up movie, had a resurgent TV show. There were a lot of Space Odyssey 2001. There was a lot of science fiction out there, but the big dogs essentially were keeping each other going. We wouldn't have Star Trek as we know it today without Star Wars, and we wouldn't have Star Wars if we hadn't had Star Trek. And I have this wonderful picture, I have it saved on my phone, of Gene Roddenberry and George Lucas shaking hands with smiles on their face. The whole debate between, Star Trek and Star Wars, you can't like both, that's entirely fan-based. And I'll tell you right now, I have a Star Trek and Star Wars tattoo. I have the Old Republic Star Wars in front of the original series Star Trek insignia. So there you go. There's a film industry fact for you. Thank you. I have 8 tattoos. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tattoos. I feel like I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 7 tattoos. The most recent one is the one that's right here. See if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of, if I can, we gotta move in reverse. So yeah, I have 3 8-bit style hearts on my chest. 1 for each of my daughters. I have a Celtic cross on my back. I have a 20-sided die on my ankle because that's how I roll. Get it? Haha, ankle, roll. Yeah. I have a 20-sided die on my ankle, on the inside of my right ankle. I've got both wrists. And then I've got, the Star Wars and Star Trek, and then my Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time tattoo. More to follow. I just wanted to show you more of my body. Well, it is a family-friendly stream, so I can only show so much. My family watches this. Let my hair down now. I was apprenticing to be a tattoo artist for a little while. Had a falling out with the artist I was apprenticing with, and then I just never picked it back up. I was a licensed body piercer for a time. Did a little bit of that. That was fun. A stripper can be family friendly. And you say so. I'll have to take your word for that one. Oh, Shellos. I'm gonna try to catch it. I'm thinking about adding a new channel reward where I have to talk like Yoda for 5 minutes. Shelly! I knocked it out. I'll see if I can find another one for you. You sent that after I had given an input that would have knocked it out. So, let's see if another one shows up. Hey! What do you know? Look at that. Alright, see if I can keep this one alive long enough to... Alright. Yay, I got it. Alright, Shelly was the points redeemed. Yeah, we got a lot of point redemption tonight. Alright. I like it. Give a nickname to it? Yes. It is... 2 L's. Shelly! We're gonna go get some of these higher level Pokemon that I've been catching. If I catch a male, name it Sheldon. I'm not gonna go looking for one, but if one pops up, I will. See. Are we at the point where they get all their health back? Yes. So that was a thing that originally couldn't happen. Like, if you caught a Pokemon and its health was low, it would stay low even though it was transferred back to the PC. And I think might have been the last generation, but I feel like it was this generation was the first time where if you catch a Pokemon and it goes back to your PC, it is automatically healed, which I think makes more sense. But it's also way more convenient because then you don't have to think about taking a Pokemon out, because I've done that. You take out a Pokemon, you get ready to go use it, and then you're like, oh wait, I never healed it from when I caught it. Now you catch it, and it goes back to the PC, it's automatically healed. It's just way more convenient that way. It's a male! How about that? I'll see if I can catch it. I'll name it Sheldon if I can. I'll give you that one for free. Since I'm here. I wasn't looking for it. Found it. Let me see. I may or may not catch it. We'll see. Hey, look at that. There, Sheldon. Keeps throwing me off that I'm playing a female character. I never do. And I just left it up to you guys to decide, and of course you guys chose for me to play the girl character. So it's like it's throwing me off at first, like, wait, is that my character? Like, who's running around? It's fine. I'm an equal opportunity game player, it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna save. Alright guys, I've been going about 2 hours. I'm going to take a brief break, about 2 minutes. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. Hi. Hey, you guys. Extra points if you know what movie that's from. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, we're gonna try this again. See if we can be a little smarter about it. Does anyone have any family-friendly burning questions they're dying to know? Doesn't have to be about me. Just got a random question. I'll make up an answer. It's fine. Can't guarantee it'll be right, but I'll make up an answer for you. Paralyzed. think I have a paralyze heal. I do. Ugh. Spark attack is annoying. Its spark attack is super annoying. Why does it keep missing? Finally, you hit something. All right, so burning question I got for anybody who's still alive out there. I have printed, 3D printed, Cubone and Pikachu and Mew, who's quite adorable. I have Charmander going right now. What Gen 1 Pokemon would you want to see me print next? What should I do? Specifically Gen 1, staying within Generation 1. Eevee! I gotta vote for Eevee. Eevee is high on my list, for sure. I have a really cute 3D model of Eevee, too. Anybody else got any thoughts? Want to contribute? Let's see, I have 4 hours still on this Charmander, so I won't be able to start Eevee till tomorrow. But I can do that. I could set him before I go to work tomorrow. Be done by the time I get home. Then I can show them to you on the stream. Growlithe and Vulpix. Ooh, good choices. Good choices. I think I have a Vulpix model already. Yeah, I think I have a Vulpix model already. I'll have to see if I have a Growlithe one. Mewtwo is on my list as well to get done. There's a bunch of other like Gen Pokemon that I want to do. But I figured I'd start with these and another dual battle. Can we do a 2-on-1 thing here? Is that gonna work? Oh, perfect. 1-on-1. I like it. The Gyarados one is pretty good too. It's a hard one to print because, without going into too much detail, I have to orient the 3D model a specific way so that it prints correctly, or else it literally just won't print right. And Gyarados, because of his shape, is a tough one to get oriented the right way. I was lucky this one turned out as good as it did, but I've tried to print this one a few more times and I haven't had the same success. So I need to kind of I think I just got lucky with how it printed, that it came out correct, and I think I just need to reprint, change the model a little bit and reprint it. But this is definitely still one of my favorite ones that I did. This is the first one I did. Actually, first Pokemon I printed was Gyarados. I've printed a lot of other stuff too. I've printed some D&D miniatures and all kinds of stuff. Like I said, my printer has not really shut off in 4 weeks. Chansey. I think I have an Abra model as well. Eventually, I plan to do all original 151, but that's going to take a lot of resin and a lot of time. It's going to take months. At the rate that I can go right now, I'm looking at like months before I can get all of them done. I don't even have all the models. I have 30 or I think I have about 30 3D models of Pokemon, but they're not all the Gen 1 ones. They're spread across, so I have the more popular, like some of the more popular and fan favorites. I've also got, like, I have an Onix, you know, I have a Geodude. Not as popular ones, but, you know, add them to the list. I've considered selling them. Actually, what I really want to do, is I want to make custom D&D miniatures for people and print them. No painting. I do not want to paint people's miniatures for them. I will let you do that. Painting takes hours. And believe me, for what I would have to charge to paint, you do not want me to charge that. Because my miniature painting rate is not cheap. My goal, though, is I love the printer that I have. There's a model that's one model newer that is mathematically it comes out to be 3 times faster, roughly. So where this is taking 6 hours to print, it would take 2. So my goal is to sell enough models that I can justify buying that printer. Of course, I could make that what my Friday stream is, where I show people how I set up with my 3D printer, pick something to print. I mean, it won't print on stream because it takes hours to do. But and then paint miniatures. That would be a very intensive camera setup. I have a few webcams, varying qualities that I've collected over the years of doing streaming and video recording. I could set it up, but I would be running several cameras simultaneously. I don't know how my computer would feel about that. Might get mad at me. Or would that be soothing? Just sitting there watching me paint a miniature close up for 3 hours. I'll put on some classical music in the background. People could pick what I print and paint the following week. Because it takes me about, if I'm doing like a D&D sized miniature, it takes about 3 hours. Like this is an orc paladin that I printed, modeled and printed, and I have one of these that I painted that's in the other room, and yeah, it took about 3 hours to get it right the way I wanted. I don't know. For those of you watching, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. And if you're watching this and you're not in my chat, please come into my chat. Say hello. I don't bite too hard. Oh, it would probably be extremely boring. It would just be like a visual ASMR for people. So little ones probably wouldn't find it as interesting. It would be the kind of thing you would put on to put them to sleep. Because I would have like Mozart or something classical and royalty free playing in the background. If I did that, because that's usually I put on classical music whenever I sit to just paint or draw. I either put on heavy metal or classical. There's no in between. It's one or the other. You're playing Sea of Thieves, don't you only have one fish left that you haven't caught? I know the completionist in you must be dying right now. As long as you and I have been playing that, which goes back, see, I started playing that with you back in March? Yeah. So for the last 5 months, you have been talking about this fish that you haven't been able to catch. And I know that completionist in you is chomping at the bit. And for those of you who don't play Sea of Thieves or haven't watched it, you can go fishing on there, and depending on where you are, time of day, type of bait you use, and the scenario around it, you can get different fish fishing off of your boat. It's just a fun side quest thing. And sometimes there's events related to fishing too. And of all of the mini fish that are in the game, there is one that has eluded Wolf Angel. Oh, Murkrow. I'm gonna try to catch it. So I've been going for almost 2.5 hours. I am probably going to cut my stream at the 2.5 hour mark because I have a good reason. 2 weeks from tonight, I will not be playing Pokemon. 2 weeks from tonight, is a good chance for me to talk about it. In fact, I'm going to look right at the camera when I do this. 2 weeks from tonight, Geek News Now will be doing the first ever Geek News Now Dungeons & Dragons game. We will be live streaming it on YouTube and Facebook, not on Twitch. It'll be on YouTube and Facebook. Okay? I will be the Dungeon Master. Wolf Angel will be playing, representing the gaming team. I have a player representing the writers of GNN. I have a player representing the YouTube audiovisual crew for GNN. And I have a player representing the social media team that's responsible for putting all of our content out on Twitch and Facebook and Instagram and all of those wonderful, wonderful mediums. It's going to be fun. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to go for a few hours, and I'm very excited about it. So I will be the Dungeon Master, and I will be busy doing that night. And I'm going to talk about it on all of my streams from here until then. There's going to be content posted on Facebook and on social media starting next week covering the event. We're going to hype this up. So if you want to be a part of it, it's free. It's free. If you want to be a part of it, all you have to do is go to Facebook. Follow the Geek News Now Facebook page, and you'll see when we go live with it. You can also go to our Geek News Now YouTube page and hit that follow and subscribe button. And if you hit the notification bell, you will get notified when I go live on YouTube that night. So this will be broadcast to Facebook and YouTube. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a good time. So I have a lot of work to do to prepare for that on my end. So I've got about 6 minutes left. I'm going to try to catch this Murkrow. I'm going to get to a point where I can save. I'm going to finish it, and then I'm going to be working on that the rest of my evening. So I want to thank everybody who's been on my stream. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be awesome. I'm very, very excited for it. But I'll be busy doing that, and I won't be doing Pokemon. So that's in 2 weeks from tonight, August 26th. Very excited. So let's see if we can catch this Murkrow here. Let's throw a great ball at it. Nope. Come on. See, if I hit the Murkrow with anything, I'll knock him out. So I'm trying to let the Chansey whittle it down. A little better. Let's try it now. Nope. And Chansey will end up knocking it out. It's alright, we tried. There will be others. Oh, hey! Let's give that another go. Come on, Pokeball. Woohoo! Got a Murkrow. Yay! Matilda. I shall name it Matilda. Right there at the buzzer, too, Dark Angel. Good movie, good book, by the way. All right. All right, I think this is good at any point where we can save. Once again, I want to thank everybody for being a part of my stream tonight. I hope everybody is going to have a wonderful night. Be sure to go check out our friends over at Root Energy Drink if you like ginger-flavored, root-flavored drinks. This is for you. Only 60 milligrams of added caffeine, which means it's not going to overpower you. You're not going to crash out. A lot of the energy comes from actual vitamins and roots, essence of roots. So, yeah, good stuff. So thank you to my friends over at Root Energy. You can go to root-users.com. Use promo code GNN20, GNN20 to get 20% off your order. Night song before I go. Okay, I can do that. I've had this one stuck in my head. Actually, I sang this. It's kind of a depressing song, but it's a song I actually sang to my daughter recently to get her to sleep, my youngest. Lay down your sweet and weary head. Night is falling. You have come to journey's end. Sleep now and dream of the ones who came before. They are calling from across the distant shore. Why do you weep? What are these tears upon your face? Soon you will see. All of your fears will pass away. Safe in my arms, you're only sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call? Across the sea, a pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home, and all will turn to silver glass. A light on the water, all souls pass. Hope fades into the world of night, through shadows falling out of memory and time. Don't say we've come now to the end. White shores are calling. You and I will meet again, and you'll be here in my arms. just sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call across the sea? A pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home, and all will turn to silver glass, a light on the water. Gray ships pass into the west. There you go. Good night. Bye. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for being on my stream. Be sure to follow us over on Geek News Now. Stick around. I'll be around tomorrow night, same time, 7 p.m. I'll see you guys later.